Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. For our Sunday series today, it's going to be a best of 7 from the grand finals of WCS 2018 held in Austin. It's going to be MaNa versus Serral. Game 1's going to be on Acid Plant. Very, very excited to bring you this match, or this series. I'm not entirely sure what this match is going to contain, but it's going to be very, very amazing because these players went through group stages. They went through best of 5 series, conquered every single player they went up against to find themselves at the grand finals of WCS Austin 2018. And let's introduce them. Top left corner, blue Protoss player hailing from the nation of Poland. It is MaNa. And in the bottom right-hand corner, the red Zerg player, Serral from Finland. So we got a ZVP final, my favorite matchup in all of StarCraft 2. Don't get me wrong, I like ZVT. PVT is pretty fun as well. But PvZ is just where it's at for the Falcon. I'm sure you've heard me say this a million times before. It is still the truth. Every unit is viable. It is. Ask yourself the question, what unit do you never, ever, literally never see in a ZVP? You've got Ultras, you've got Broodlords, you've got Tempests, you've got Carriers, and High Templar, and Dark Templar, and Archons, and Adepts, and Infestors, and Vipers, everything. Everything you could ever ask for from StarCraft, from Zerg, and from Protoss is available in this matchup, and that is why I like it. That is why I like it. There's no meta. This isn't like Wing of Liberty, where you just made Stalker Colossus and they moved across the map and won. It's different now. It is different. Protoss really kind of has to adapt to what the Zerg player is doing. The Zerg player, too, must do some adaptation of his own, and as a result, we see different stuff. We're not going to see 7 games of the same old thing over and over in this matchup. Just not. Period. If it happens, you will get your money back. Cyber Core almost done for MaNa Overlord scouting with the Soul Overlord. 0.9 move speed out of Serral. Going to see, alright, standard old wall off here. Gateway's done. Gateway expand timing is what I'm seeing here today. Nothing much to worry about. Is this a probe scout? That is a probe scout who still isn't probe scouted yet, which means he is up to shenanigans, possibly. Is he? Nah. He's just scouting for a quick third. No quick third from Serral, which I find very interesting. Now checking to see, is there a quick third over here? No, there's definitely not. But there's no lair. I don't know. What is Serral up to here? I'm really shocked he hasn't gone for a third base. There it is. Okay. There it is. The probe in a race for his life to block that. The drone just stops running. The drone's like, fine. You know what? Fine. But you know what? 2 Lings are going to come back and help with this. So get out. Get out of my house here. Look at this probe. Oh, and he throws down the pylon, gets the block off anyway. That's hilarious. And an Adept shows up. Is she going to kill that? Oh, she gets the drone. She gets the drone. Third base now coming up for Serral. He snuck a drone over there when nobody was paying attention, including me. Adept going for that drone scout to see what is up. Oh, you know what? That's not a scout. That is planning on, thought about doing some damage. Then changed her mind. So third base morphing in, Overlord scouting, and gonna see another gateway at the front. It's a Stargate opening with Phoenix play first. Out of MaNa. No Oracle from him. We do have a lot of Oracle names, though. You guys have been very good at replenishing my Oracle name list, complete with backstory sometimes. No backstory required, you guys, but if you want me to read a backstory, I will. How about that? Ah, there is an Oracle coming out. So this Oracle's name is going to be Brian Fantana. Brian has lived his entire life as an Oracle under one simple idea. 60% of the time, Brian can get a kill every time. Unassailable logic, if you ask me. All right, Brian Fantana, you're going to try to get out here and kill some stuff. Spore Crawlers already on the way, though, in the 2 bases you're going to want to target, which is not great. Some Speedlings running across the map here, too, to see what is going on. Phoenix coming down this way. Run, Soul Overlord, run. Oh, yes, he's starting to run now. I don't think the Phoenix can see him. Queen defending anyway. So Queen in position to make that thing happen. Where did our Brian Fantana go? Here he is. Here he is. All right, 60% of the time, Brian can get a kill every time. Phoenix forcing the Overlords in to a more safe location. Even if the Phoenix can't kill them, it's pretty good to be able to shove them away from scouting positions. Have not saturated. Oh, actually killing a larva there and a drone. There it is. Truth. Truth. Got a kill 100% of the time. Now, as far as extra kills are concerned, I am not convinced that is going to be the case. At this point, once you've kind of got that first attack in, the Oracle kind of turns into a revelation machine, just throwing down that Revelate spell on everything, trying to see what's going on for the Zerg, where the army is, what their text paths are, what their text structures are. And other than that, going to be really surprised that Brian Fantana gets additional kills here. As far as workers are concerned, could still get some Ling kills maybe out on the map playing base defense against a Ling flood from Serral, but I don't know. That's why we're here. We'll see exactly what the fate of Brian Fantana is going to be. Got the Overlord kill. This Phoenix has 2 kills. Pretty good. Does not supply block Serral. Almost does, but he has another Overlord in production because he's good. He is good at the game of StarCraft 2. Serral, man. Really scary Zerg player. For a while, he was #1 on the Korean ladder back in 2017. So not that long ago. But don't count him out here. MaNa's been around for longer. He's definitely the more experienced StarCraft 2 player. I don't know what he brought with him on the plane when he flew to Austin for this, but this is as far, like, further than he's gotten in a StarCraft tournament in approximately forever. Archon drop from MaNa, trying to get in the Oracle, trying, there's the Revelation, distracting a little bit here, and then dropping the Archons back at the other side of the base. Interestingly enough, target firing drones, trying not to die to the Queens, dropping inside the main base. Oh, there are so many roaches here, though. I know, like, pick off maybe. Okay, 2 roaches go down for nothing. It's a pretty good trade. Archon's unloading, rehealing their shields. Oh, and then picking up. He's just playing. MaNa's just playing with Serral right now, it feels like. Probe transfer to the 3rd base. What else are we doing over here? MaNa robotics facility, double robo facility, going for them immortals, getting zealot charge. I love it. I love what MaNa is doing here. All the things, all the pieces are here. Can we kill that queen? Absolutely going to kill that queen. Bam, get out. I mean, that resources lost is going to tell a story, man. That is 625 resources lost to 25 resources lost. No units lost for MaNa thus far. I think he might have canceled something. Oh, yeah, he canceled this pylon. Got a 25 resource hit there. Oracle scouting. Doesn't need to scout because Revelation's on those roaches. As you can see, the little glowing triangles over their heads. And is Serral going for this, or is this a feint? Nah, he's going Ravager. Glial reconstitution is done. The roaches start to sprint up towards their target. Immortal count's going to be a little bit scary in just a minute, though. There's 1 at the moment, but 2 more are going to join. And Serral putting some pressure on this 3rd base right now. Looking real good. 156 to 113 supply. Trying to focus down the Archons, I think. Good force fields. Corrosive Bile is getting rid of the force fields. Serral using them for their intended purpose. Getting right on top of the Archons. The Warp Prism is forced to shuttle these Immortals back, as that's the most important thing here. Ling's coming on in here, too. The Warp Prism Micro is disgusting from MaNa, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Ah, there's Brian getting... Oh, no. Maybe more kills. Brian! Do it with your 4 hit points. No. Can't quite get there. The 3rd base goes down for MaNa. Probe running for its life. No, not going to happen. This is real bad right now. Is MaNa just going to die here? 3 Immortals, pretty good. With Queen support, too. How do you get Queens up here? Do you just walk them? Serral, you crazy. Yep, getting right on top of this army. Trying to do the Warp Prism Micro continuously and continuously to keep these Immortals alive. 13 kills on this one. 1 kill on that one. Get with the program, other Immortal. But yeah, I mean, if you've lost your 3rd base to a Zerg player as good as Serral is, and he's got a 4th base coming up back home as he does, I just don't know how you're going to come back from this, MaNa. I believe in your abilities. There are 5 Immortals back here. Some of them are very, very new, which means they have full HP. But yeah, Serral retreating at this point. He's up 126 to 88 supply, trying to force his way through that little choke. Was not going to work out for him. Both Queens dead. That's the thing about retreating with slow units, is it's hard to do. Real hard to do. Corrosive Bile is covering the retreat for Serral, and he's pulling back to the creep, which is actually very close. Not too far to get back to the creep from that front door of MaNa. MaNa does not have enough to replan his 3rd. He'd really love to do it, but it's just not working out. There's no Storm for him. He could go for Storm. He has the Templar Archives, but he's replacing his Cybernetics core. And that's about it. There we go. Some High Templar coming in, but they can only really be Archons at this stage of the game. U4, you feel like doing Emerging is complete? Guys, I like how their capes are flapping all the time. That's the animation. MaNa's 3rd base is coming back. And really, Serral's been alone for a while, and that's got to scare you as a Zerg player. He's just kind of macroing up, working on a Lurker Den. Where is ye old Lurker Den? Ah, here it is. This is actually fixed visually in the latest patch of StarCraft. This isn't technically the latest patch, but it's the latest patch with balance changes. And so I'm okay casting it. Alright, Roaches versus Immortal and Zealots here. Zealots doing tanking more than anything else. Force fielding off, trying to keep him in. Not enough Oracles to force field that entire area so the roaches are able to escape. Some wounded ones in the front, though. Not exactly where you want them to be. And a huge attack at the third base at the same time. Really no defense there. MaNa is splitting off part of his army to try to help with that. The Archons, though, just with their +1 attack, just tearing through those roaches, forcing a cancel on the third. That was a cancel, right? That wasn't a Nexus kill. Yeah, I wasn't done yet. Wasn't done yet. Serral heading on back home. All right, MaNa says, it's time to go. I know I'm down about 50 supply right now. I do have the +1 attack for my ground units. Got Zealots, got Immortals, got Archons, got pretty big, heavy stuff. The thing is, Serral, while not on higher tier stuff, just has more of it. Especially these Hydras are a problem for this composition. Immortals are not great against Hydras. Archons are okay against Hydras. Oh, the Ling run by to force a cancel on the third again. Oh, there's the cancel. Probe's getting killed at the same time. And MaNa needs to make this work. He needs to make this happen. He needs to get... If he had Storm, I'd feel a lot better about this. But he was never able to really get that third base up. And a 2-basing Protoss can't go for Storm and Immortals and Archons and War Prisms and all this stuff. It's just not enough. Not enough income. 3 bases is where it's at. Again, the War Prism Micro picking up the Archons when they're taking some damage. Zerglings cruising on into this third base. Again, big warping of Zealots. See, the Zealots here mean they're not Zealots at the front. Serral is trading those. Oh, the probe transfer massacre. No, guys, no. Don't be there. All right, Zealots clean it up. With that charge, man. Like I said, how much good that charge does. I feel like it makes Zealots about 89 billion% better than they are previously. Slow lots are pretty good, but charge lots are just some of the best units in the game for cost, I feel like. All right, bunch of lurkers just popping right now for Serral. He has 3 of... How does he have 3 of them? Well, he's making more. Is why. Is Storm done? Storm is not done, but it's being chrono boost. This third base needs to get up for MaNa. He needs it. He needs it more than anything else in the entire world, is for that third base to pop and for the income to show up. And here we go. High ground advantage for Serral. Corrosive Bile's going down. Getting some hits on those Immortals, actually. Forcing one to go down. Yep, that one goes down. Did he get the War Prism? He got the War Prism with the Hydras. That hurts. MaNa's been relying on that War Prism for quite a while. Roach attack into the natural base, too. And that is... Wait, we paused? We paused. We're still in. That wasn't a good game. Roaches in the natural base causing such confusion and problems for MaNa, losing a few of those probes. These guys still doing stuff. These guys are still doing stuff. They got +2 missile attack. Just kicked in. Real good against workers now with that +2. Almost overkill, I'd say. But it's 75 to 38 total harvesters. He's not even really attacking. He's just waiting for MaNa to come in so we can kill him. Good Storm, though. Just ate most of that Storm. The flank attack, though. Don't know if he's prepared for that. Yes, he was. He had more Storms available for that. Serral does not care. He's marching forward, pressing forward, picking off Templar, picking off Sentries, Corrosive Biling down Immortals, Revelation on the Lurkers, but there's really nothing to kill the Lurkers right here. 3 more Immortals wandering in for MaNa, but it's 182 to 63 supply. Nope, we're not going anywhere right now. I mean, maybe these 4 Immortals can do it, but that's too many Hydra. Too many Hydra with +2 attack. The Immortals just don't know what to do, and that's your good game. Well played by MaNa. Game 1 is over. And Serral takes it in 13 minutes. Great job. Great game by Serral. Good heavens. I mean, after that initial harassment, that initial Oracle stuff, the initial Phoenix stuff, the initial double Archon drop, MaNa was not able to get across that other side of the map, period. He just wasn't. He ended up killing 4 drones, which is not a lot of harassment. Ended up getting 16,000 resources lost for MaNa and 16,000 lost for Serral. It's close that way, but 42 probes is a big deal. Losing this Nexus once, getting it canceled a couple more times after that. Serral was just everywhere with his Roach, Ravager, Hydra, Lurker composition and made it work. So that's game 1. It's not over yet, not by a long shot. This is a best of 7, so let's see how MaNa can do in game number 2, and we'll be back in just a second. You know what I forgot to do? The best of 7 was missing in that game 1. I hope none of you were confused by the lack of the best of 7 label, but yes, this is a best of 7. Alright, game 2 here. Going to be on 16-bit, one of my favorite maps from the current pool. It's going to be MaNa in the bottom left, and then Serral in the top right. I don't know, I just like the squares, the little squares, are kind of retro, right? Kind of a retro 1980s, early 90s kind of a thing here. Got the blue, got the red stripes running everywhere. Got a couple Zonlaga watchtowers, too, and some rocks to knock down, some steam. Just a good balance of map features here. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that's like, oh, this really breaks the matchup But there is this, where are we here? There it is. There's the safe expansion here. So Protoss can get 3 bases pretty darn easily on this map. I wonder if Serral's going to try to prevent that, or if he's just going to try to out-expand MaNa, because getting that 3rd base safely is so huge for Protoss. As we saw in Game 1, MaNa was not able to get that 3rd base safely, and as maybe not a direct consequence, Serral was able to win that one. So Serral taking his natural at the natural base location. He'll take his 3rd back in the safe one, or maybe he won't. Maybe we save it for a 4th or a 5th, just because it's easy to drop. Right? You don't really want to take a base that's easy for Protoss to drop this early in the game, so he could just expand down this way, or up this way, and then when he's got enough anti-air, when he's got some hydras or mutas out, then he maybe takes this one. We'll see. We'll see what he's planning on doing. Whew. Alright, so quick plug for the Gauntlet Global Open StarCraft2 Open Tournament every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I cast that thing with a co-caster most of the time, so if you want to watch me cast live StarCraft2 Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/GauntletSC2. I solo cast the whole thing last week, you guys. It was exciting. It was an exciting cast, I can tell you that much. But after I was done, I was just like, bleh. I can't cast ever again. But that wasn't true, because obviously I'm back. But yeah, come check me out. Come say hello. Come support live StarCraft. A lot of the times we get up-and-coming GM players, young players in GM, like Future of Terran, who's, I believe, 15. Also get some established people. Specials come from time to time. We've had Neeb show up. Scarlet's been here too. Lozira. Parting has participated once or twice too. So just show up, say hi. I will say hi back. Let's just do that. Aight. So yeah, taking his safe expansion as MaNa, because why not? I just can't think of a reason why you wouldn't do that. And opening with a Stargate is our Polish Protoss player for the PPP acronym. That is, squared is 2. Well, there's the 3rd base for Serral. Squared is 2. A times A times A is... God, I can't remember. I have not taken a math class in way too long. If you guys know what A times A times A is squared. A times A times A is cubed, maybe? It doesn't sound right, but I'm making wild guesses here, is what I'm doing. Anyway, macro style opening here from both these players. No aggression to speak of. Didn't even send the Adept out. Didn't even send the Adept out to scout yet at the 3-minute mark. Didn't try to block the expansion. I mean, I guess blocking this one's probably impossible for MaNa. So that's the trade-off, is blocking your 3rd for your Zerg opponent is hard. But you get your 3rd up pretty easy too. Oracle. Woohoo! Oracle's name is gonna be Zeratul. Yes, it is she, the sister of Zeratul, powerful and intelligent. She will lead the air forces of Ire. Alright, Zeratul, your parents are not very creative in their naming conventions, but I guess that's okay. There's worse things. Oh, Overlord Speed is done for Serral. That's pretty good. He does scout the robotics facility and the Twilight Council. And the Stargate. And the Stargate. Oh boy, Zeratul, your work is cut out for you. Serral knows you're coming. Overlord killed though, so supply blocked. A little bit. 3rd base scout here for Zeratul. Queen, stabbity, stab. Nope, 1 queen, not enough. Zeratula's gonna get some kills. And by that I mean 2. Really, Zeratul? 3 is the minimum there. Well, I guess the Spore Crawler did pop kind of partway through your mission. Spore Crawler at the natural, just about to finish here too, but there's no queen. There kind of is. There's a queen in position to get there if she needs to. But alright, good job, Zeratul. So far, the Oracles have not completely flamed out. And they've managed to actually do some good. Go figure. Queens spreading that creep. Serral is a believer in creep spread. There are some Zerg players that aren't, and the speed boost is huge. The vision is probably more important than the speed boost. If you spread that creep, you can see so much of the map. It's harder to sneak stuff up on you when you can see stuff, right? Yes. Words of wisdom from the Falcon Paladin. That's what they call me. Anyway, World Cup's going on. Who's watching the World Cup? I mean, maybe not right this very second. Maybe you are. Maybe you have 2 monitors and you're watching the World Cup and StarCraft at the same time on your Sunday. That sounds like a pretty nice Sunday, actually. Germany's out. Holy cow, you guys. How did Germany not make it into the knockout stages? This is a question that will be asked for many, many years. Oh, Warp Prism, no. Warp Prism. Oh, I feel like the Queens could have got it if they'd hidden back here a little bit and then run forward and picked it off. Yeah, this many queens, it's hard to do much. Roaches are a good answer. We saw Serral handle this with Roach previously, but then, oh, just barely got the Overlord. But Mass Queen is great too, especially because you can kill the Warp Prism more easily with Queens than you can with Roaches. Because you can't shoot up with Roaches at all. Clearing some creep. Again, creep spread is good for Zerg, so killing creep is good for Protoss. It's the, Newtonian principle of every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. Oh, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I'm remembering high school all over the place today. Hydras are out, though. Hydraling Queen is amazing at shutting this down. Oh, MaNa. Oh, MaNa. I don't know about this. I really don't. If there was detection, probably pick off the Observer there, but nope. No detection. Overlord with speed really helps it stay alive. Speed is a great equalizer, you guys. All of the Zealots are gone. If he keeps being cute with that Archon, one of them is going to go down too. This shield level is super low. Fourth base morphing into the bottom right side. Serral's got his MaNa has his third base established. Like a boss. Spore Crawler, Queen, Ling, Hydra. Here, yeah, you're just not going to get a lot done. Serral's defending this exceptionally well. He's making it look easy, and as somebody who has died to this before, who has 100% died to Archon drops, follow up with adept attacks, it's not easy. It's not as easy as Serral is making it look. Ooh, Stasis Ward. It's one of my favorite sounds in the game. Shwing. Storm coming in much earlier for MaNa than in game number 1. Getting a Forge for additional upgrades. Already working on that +1 attack. It is 113 to 109 supply, 78 to 69 harvesters. MaNa has been untouched. Has not lost his third. Has not lost his natural. Has not lost a probe in this game. Nor a War Prism. Nor Archons either. Really done a great job keeping those alive. Is he? That's an Observer in Observer mode. Or it was in Observer mode. Where did the War Prism go? There's no way it went all the way home. I am a liar. Wow, alright. Went all the way home. So Storm is just about done. Here for this High Templar. They're going to play defense, it looks like. Not necessarily. Oh, they're going to move out. Time to go. Time to move out here. This is a good place for an Observer. You can see what's coming out. See the additional Hydra production. See the additional Lings. We have a Baneling Nest. We do have a Baneling Nest. It's going to be Ling Bling Hydra in game 2 out of Serral. Creep's Pride pushing along the left side, pushing across the front here too, just really getting that spread. And an Overlord protecting this left side too in case it drops coming that way, where there is no creep to see it. Is that a 4th base? MaNa's getting a 4th base, y'all. Amazing. Warping in that 4th base like a boss. These Zealots. Oh, the Zealots. Why? Why are you out here? They answered with their screams. Zaratula throws a Revelation down. Nicely done. But Zelnaga Watchtower held by a Zergling. And holding this one too. Another Zergling. So War Prism scouted, which means that's why the army's kind of heading up this direction. Do you think you can pick it off before? Yeah, if you set up here, you can pick off that War Prism before it gets into your 3rd base. So no big deal. Spire. I really do like Spire against Protoss. Oh, War Prism. Okay. Free War Prism. That's what Vision does for you, man. Serral saw it because he was holding the Zelnaga Watchtower and then brought some Hydras over and picked it off. Without the Vision, he doesn't even know to do that. All right, MaNa. 185 to 148 supply. He's pushing across the map. He's killing creep tumors. He's got Archons with +1/+1. Not that it helps all that much. Zaratula. Careful, Zaratula. Careful. I know you want to reveal. But dying doesn't really help you. That Hydra is not going to pick... Oh. Picks off a High Templar by itself. You are a boss Hydra. You only have 1 kill, but that should count for like 5. Killing a High Templar really saves future lives from your Zerg buddies. Greater Spire. Morphing in from Serral. I don't know what the answer for Broodlords here is for MaNa. We'll see if he's prepared. Great Storm, wonderful Storm. The Baneling's trying to get hits, not hitting on anything. No connections whatsoever. The Storms are just keeping Serral at bay right now. Are there Storms remaining? I don't know that there are, but there's force fields. The Baneling's still exploding on literally nothing. These Banelings are the worst Banelings I've seen in a while for the pro level. They are not connecting on anything blue here. They've just been getting exploded far away from their target. So far away. All right, Greater Spire. All right, Corruptors. Let's see what you could do here because MaNa doesn't have a Fleet Beacon. Nope. No Fleet Beacon at all. I don't know how he survives when the Broodlords show up here. Archon, a pretty decent answer, but when there's really Hydra support here too, it gets really dicey. 10 more Banelings on the way. Getting +2/+2 for his ground units. Yeah, nice Storm chasing away, saving the lives of these Stalkers. Heading up the ramp. Oh, beautiful Stasis Ward. Did you just explode on that Nexus? Why? I mean, I guess for no reason. They don't have +2 attack, so it would take a couple Baneling has to clear these out. I don't know, maybe he felt like it wasn't worth it. Felt like it wasn't possible for... okay, yeah, here's the thing with Banelings. They walk into the Archons and they die, and they don't do anything to the Archons. Same thing with the Immortals. The Banelings need to connect on these High Templar, but they're being kept in the back very nicely by MaNa. Storm's keeping the stuff away. Couple Broodlords here. One gets picked off by the Archons immediately, though. Another Broodlord gonna get focused down, can't retreat. This base, it looks like it's gonna die. Broodlings coming in. Storm's on the high ground, picking off a High Templar there. Queens really should be used for transfuses, but instead they're absorbing Archon shots, which is not ideal. Banelings rolling, and a lot of drones dying here at this 4th base. Hydra's flanking from both directions. This might be a situation to recall MaNa. Or is he going to lose his whole army? Okay, or that. You could lose your whole army. Oh, he's trying to get the hatchery. And he does! Oh, last second. Last second takes down the 4th. I think a Stalker got credit for that kill. 13 drones down as well. 79 to 79 Harvesters. Working on... Is he still... Wait. He's still not doing much against Broodlords. He's making Archons. He's making Immortals. Getting that +2/+2. Huge Storm. High Templar gave his life for that one. Zerglings have no upgrades but speed. Actually, they have adrenal glands, don't they? I think they do. They have adrenal glands. Good. Good job. Good job by you, Zerglings. 5th base down the right side for Serral. No, that's a 6th base, man. That is a 6th base. All right. So this is 4th, this is 5th, this is 6th. Yes, counting. I'm capable of counting. I've been through elementary school. Still, wow, MaNa's refusal to make Tempest here is really confusing me. But you know what? The Broodlord count is only 3. So maybe he doesn't need him. Resource loss, 14,000 for Serral, 11,000 for MaNa so far. Good cost efficiency with the Storm and with killing that base. MaNa's actually up about 20 supply right now. Yeah, man. Archons Storm against Ling Hydra. No thanks. No thanks, Ling Hydra. Those Lings are going to evaporate. The Hydra's too going to follow suit. Warp Prism Warpin of Zealots with +3/+2 over here. Them upgrades are beautiful. Where are you going to go? Were they assuming there was a base to kill here? Maybe they were, but there's not. Infestors. See, I told you there'd be Infestors. Infestors waddling on down. Throwing that fungal. Oh, free Immortal. That's not good. Oh, actually storming the Immortal to keep it alive. That worked. It worked. What a good thing to do. That was amazing. Storm attack along the right side here. Trying to throw up some static defense. No. MaNa just crushes all of that. MaNa actually kind of going for it here. Zealots do get into this 5th base location. Stalkers blinking on top of the Broodlords. Infested Terrans being used. Not for the anti-air, which is what they should be. Ah, there's the blink, though. Ow, the Broodlords are gone, and that's a good game. Serral taps out. MaNa wins it, ties the series up 1-1 like a boss. Ho! And that's going to be it for game number 2. Who knew? Who knew MaNa would have it in him? In fairness, getting that 3rd base up and never even close, like coming close to losing it was massive. Also getting a 4th base and a 5th base was pretty good. And he was ready for the Broodlords. He didn't go for Tempest. He didn't wait. He just went for Stalkers. He went for Archons. Called it good. This is a really good win for MaNa. That is 20,000 resources lost for Serral and only 13,000 lost for MaNa. That is efficiency, man. What did we lose? 2 High Templar. Zeratula died. 3 Sentries, a War Prism, only 8 Stalkers, only 1 Adept, 8 Archons, 7 Immortals, and 37 Zealots. Okay, in a ZVP is 15 minutes long. If you only use single digits of your units, like each of your units except for Zealots, I think you won. That's what I've decided. That is a good tell. All right, game 3 coming your way. We're tied up, boys. Anything can happen from here. And we'll be right back. A pivotal game 3 for my Sunday series. Dreamcatcher, the latter edition. It's a very pretty map. I figured this was a jellyfish. when I first saw it, but then somebody said it's a Dreamcatcher. I'm not coming off very well today with my intelligence. All right. I don't know. I just kind of feel like these are jellyfish legs, not Dreamcatcher legs. Maybe it's blowing in the wind. Whatever. All right, Overlord scouting on over for Serral. MaNa's in the bottom right, and Serral's in the top left. As big as this is, it's a two-player map. You got expansions, you got a gold base at the very, very top here, the only gold base on the map here. You have a pretty direct shot across Dreamcatcher, but you do have to take down some rocks to get there. You can also knock down these rocks to close off that quick path and force your opponent to go around. And then these little, these are cliffs, right? Berms is another word for a geographic feature that kind of juts out from the land like this. It's like a tiny, tiny mountain range. But what you could do, what I've seen here before, is that you can threaten your opponent's third base with broodlords or with tanks by sitting in them on the other side, right? The other side of this, and then firing onto the army this way. It's a really good way to have your long-range units take advantage of their long-range abilities without really being easily countered. So we'll see. We'll see if Serral does that. We'll see if MaNa can do that, as it's very, very standard macro-style openings again. Neither of these players are huge fans of cheese. As we've seen so far, nobody's going for the proxies. No one goes for cannon rush. Serral not going for any kind of crazy proxy hatch style. He has what he likes to do, and by golly, he is going to do it. So he scouts the expansion, sees, all right, timing there makes a lot of sense. I was talking World Cup, wasn't I? I was talking World Cup a little bit. Yeah, Germany's out, which is weird. By this point, I think it's entirely decided. By the time you watch this, the knockout round is entirely decided. Maybe some people are already knocked out, but the surprise is for sure Germany not making it. Brazil definitely going. Argentina, I don't know about Argentina. I think it's still up in the air. They won. They did end up beating, boy, Sweden or somebody. So basically not get knocked out was the thing. They needed to win that game, and they did. So Argentina, we'll see how they do. Messi had, good golly, Messi had one of the best goals I've ever seen. It was definitely world class. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about here, but beautiful pass from one of his teammates as he's streaking down that top side. And then just the control to tap it with your knee, tap it with your foot, bring it down, and then perfect cross to the other side of the net where the goalie has no chance of getting it while there's a defender right on your hip is just, I don't know if there are 10 people alive today who could pull that off at the international level of competition that Messi did. So he's great. He is great. A lot of other great players too. I can't name them all, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, Overlord scouts in, says, okay, nothing super of interest here. It's an expansion. It's a cybernetics core. It's a double gas back home. When we end up seeing, I guess there is a Stargate that is really hidden back here for MaNa.
Teleport successful.
Phoenix out first here, and another Oracle. And this Oracle's name is going to be Paloxius. Deemed defective, but put into battle with a few quick fixes with the Protoss equivalent of duct tape, which is high-quality duct tape, though. All right, so this Oracle has been rebuilt a little bit. They didn't make him stronger, but he's able to fight nevertheless. All right, Ploxius, what you can do for us? Third base coming up here for Serral. We'll get done before the 4-minute mark. Really, if you're trying to become like a pro, trying to get as good as the pros are, you should watch their timings. You should see when that third base pops. You should see when upgrades are finished. You should see when worker counts are what they are. 39 or so at the 4-minute mark with no harassment. Seems like a pretty good place to be in a ZVP. 39-40 at the 4 minutes with the third base popping a Zerg. 2 bases here for MaNa. Zerglings do scout this Oracle coming out. Once again, Phoenix Oracle combination, not really what we're going for here. Just trying to kill Overlords and distract Serral while the Oracle comes in for the kill. But Queen immediately gets some shots off there. There's the Spore. Ploxius, no, get out, he is. Ploxius is running for his Oracle-y life. Phoenix flying back in. Did end up getting a kill. It's killed an Overlord, which is fair. If you open Phoenix first, you should get an Overlord kill because every Zerg is going to be scouting with Sloverlords. And prepared to sacrifice that if necessary. The scouting is important enough. Lair done for Serral. Immediate Hydralisk Den. We're going for Hydras on this map. Hydra pretty good on this map just because there are a lot of wide open spaces, and Hydras can get nice surrounds. Good flank attacks, good concaves on their Protoss opponents, especially here. I would not be surprised to see a Colossus response. Is that double? That's double Stargate from MaNa. Oh, I don't know if Serral has any idea this is coming. No, he does not. Double Stargate, more of a problem. Ah, the Lings see it. This is why you make your Lings active on the map. Like, off chance they can catch this. Yep, another Spore coming up at the third base. Adepts hacking away at some of these drones at the third base, too. Adepts causing distractions. Oh, can we lift this Queen? Oh, lifting the Queen would be good. Does lift the Queen. Can the Adepts hang on against this many Lings, though? I am not convinced that they can. However, with the Queen gone, Overlord's getting picked off here. 4 drones getting picked off. Oh, the transfer aborted. The transfer aborted there. Another Queen down. The anti-air here for Serral is not quite yet present. There's Hydras in production, but they're not here where they need to be. Oh, and if they do pop out 1 or 2 at a time, that's horrible for them. Because these Phoenix will just wreck them. He's just waiting for stuff to pop out of this hatchery so he can kill it. Another Overlord down. Another Overlord down. Holy smokes. Picking up drones. He's got enough Queens to just kind of go for it at this point. Have any Phoenix died? Yes, 1 Phoenix has died. Queens, 3 Queens. Oh, these Hydras are just getting sniped off. You want that Hydra count to be higher, but it's just not happening. So many Hydras have died at this stage of the game. 7 of them have gone down so far. And the current Hydra count is only 4. If you had 11 Hydras versus 4, it's a really big deal. These Phoenix are putting in Protoss work, man. The Transfuse is trying to keep these guys alive. And you know what? The Phoenix are finally driven off. Another one picked off as it flees. Got a third base behind that, though. Dead MaNa. Feeling pretty good about that one. Third base for Serral is almost oversaturated. I was going to say it's in trouble, but it's not. 100% not. Oh, waiting for that 4th base drone to come in. These Phoenix are so mean. Oh, they let him put it down. Oh, MaNa's attention was elsewhere, and he let it happen. Oh, so sad. So sad. More Hydra's dead. These Phoenix. Phoenix MVP so far. Double Spore, a little bit scary with some Hydra support there too. So the Phoenix flying. They want to get in. Are we still making Phoenix? Nah, we're done making Phoenix, it looks like. This is as many as we're going to have. Zealot legs on the way. Another Queen gonna die. How many Queens have died? 3 so far. More Hydras getting picked off. Resources lost thus far have been 1,800 for MaNa. And a full 3,500 for Serral. What is even happening right now? Good news for Serral is the 4th base is up. Lings pick off the probe, intending to make a 4th base for MaNa. So Serral's getting his hits in. He's getting his punches in right now. He's going for Ling Bane Hydra again with centrifugal hooks. Obviously, slow Ling's not great. Slow Baneling's not great. Fast Baneling's, fast Ling's good. Speed good in StarCraft is lesson of today. Oracle does finally get a kill. Good job, Pluxius. Way to make things happen. Killing a Zergling. Phoenix, just real scary. This is when you want to have 2 spores per base. The 1 spore per base just isn't going to cut it anymore. Oh, the small Hydra group. Small Hydra group. Jeez, MaNa. Incredible play so far. This is too many Hydras, though. The rest of them showed up. Queen picks off another Phoenix as it flies away, but drone count killed is 10. Couple more getting picked off there. The number of Hydras that have gone down is 20. Can you imagine if Serral had 20 more Hydras in addition to the 10 that he has right now? He'd move out if he had 30 Hydras, but the aggression has kept him at home and will continue to keep him at home for some time. Infestation pet poppin'. Poppin' rocks. Pop rocks. Is there a thing? Oh yeah, there was an Oreo flavor that had pop rocks in it. It was interesting. I kind of liked it. It wasn't my favorite kind of Oreo, but it was, I mean, I ate more than one, so can't be horrible, right? But yeah, Pop Rocks Oreos. Who knew? Oreos really branching out lately. I'm going to pick off a couple more workers. I'm going to try to get that Overlord to another base down for Serral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total bases for him. 4 bases. MaNa's 4th is just about to finish up. Creep spread not as good, I think, as Serral would want it to be, but again, he's had to keep the Queens home to defend against the Phoenix. Now, the Phoenix can't win the game by themselves. I remember learning that from day 9. Phoenix can kill units, cannot kill buildings. If you go mass Phoenix, you might win the battles with units, but you can't kill the buildings, and you got to kill the buildings to win StarCraft. So don't just make Phoenix. You got to have a ground army too. That's what this Zealot Immortal army is. +1 attack done for them. Charge done for the Zealots. Coming on up here, and what do we got? We got 10 Lings and 20 Hydras for Serral, making 10 more Lings, making a 20 Banelings. Okay, well, he's making 20 Banelings. That might actually be enough to clear out these Zealots and the Sentries, if nothing else. Yeah, Hydras through the force fields, keeping them Hydras on the wrong side of the tracks. They can keeping the Banelings out too, at target firing them from distance. And you know what? Gonna force this 5th base to get canceled. It's so close to finishing too, and actually that's probably better for Serral, because if it was done, it would just die. It would. Phoenix flying up the right side while its ground army is down along the left side, just hoofing it through this beautiful meadow full of flowers and big plants. So nice. Army looking to see where'd they go. Where did the Protoss go? They're not here anymore. They're kind of pulling back. They were happy to cancel that 5th. While that 4th base comes up safely. Storm just about done getting some Archons too. Don't leave home without Storm, you guys. MaNa has taught you the way. He's taught you the way. Greater Spire from Serral too. So he's going for that Broodlord play. Where are the cliffs here? Yeah, here are some cliffs to attack this base that doesn't exist yet. Zerglings finding a pylon that MaNa threw up for scouting purposes, and it's dead now, so no longer available for that. MaNa looks like it knocked down his own rocks to prevent an easy attack up the middle here, but we'll get there eventually. There's the Revelation. And then the army comes in to shoo them away. Phoenix lifting them Hydras. Lifting the Hydras. Oh, I got one, guys. It's almost dead. Ah, it has 1 hit point. Seriously, get it, Ploxius. No, it doesn't want to chase. Doesn't want to chase. Speedlings with, again, no upgrades. Serral's not great about upgrades, you guys. Not melee. Anyway, I assume his Hydras do have at least +1, and they do. Ah, Ploxius. Ah, Ploxius. Bad news bears there. Storm. That Storm got a lot of damage done for a single Storm. You, Hydra, are a hero. 6 kills already on you. 5th base morphing in for Serral. This time it looks like it is going to finish. At the very least, got a warping of Zealots inside the main base. I'm not sure how that War Prism got in there, and I think MaNa is similarly confused about that. Don't lose the War Prism! Why? Oh, okay. Well. He lost the War Prism, and all the Zealots are gone, too. Now, is there anything defending this 5th base? No, there's nothing for a while, guys. There's some Broodlords, but they are slow. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. Yeah, hatch down. Hatch down. +2/+2 on this ground army. All right, Broodlords, let's make it happen. Let's make it rain. Yeah, the Broodlings. Again, MaNa does not believe in Tempest. We got a bit. Ah, some Banelings rolled in. Did they get those High Templar? They got the High Templar. That's probably a better thing. Probably a better thing. And the Broodlord's effectively chasing this army back. They killed the 5th base, which is nice. Zealots coming on over to this 3rd. And not a lot of defense here either. Just a couple spines. Their delay tactics. Oh, Zealots, why? Taking a lot of Broodlings with them, though. Broodlings don't show up on the unit's lost count, which I think is kind of a mistake. But either way, Zealots, yep. Zealots got a couple drones, but really not that many. The Spine Crawlers delayed their attack fairly well. Zerglings running to their deaths here. Very close game right now. Extremely close game. More Banelings rolling in. Don't get any probes that time. Might have got another High Templar, but the Baneling attacks have been pretty good for Serral. MaNa is up 184 to 178. It's a 69 to 70 Harvester count. Once again, super close 3rd game. This is why I cast the StarCraft, just for these games where I have no idea who's going to come out on top here. Phoenix trying to attack, but getting absolutely destroyed by those Hydras. Avenging the deaths of all of their brethren who have died so far. Storm on top of that Broodlord egg. Fungal being tossed down by some Infestors here, and this base is going to die again. For the 3rd time. Is there saving it? This Immortal. Yeah, that Immortal. We'll get it eventually here. The Broodlord Hydra combination. Pretty potent, though. I think maybe MaNa just wants to kill this hatch and get out of here. I don't know why he continues to stay. Nope, get the hatch. MaNa.
The Hive Cluster is under attack.
MaNa, get the hatch. Holy smokes. I think MaNa thought he got the hatch. Oh, come on, Archon, go get it. Go get it. Give it. He sees it's still there. Okay, you guys, Stalkers. Finally got it. Excellent job. Jeez, that was crazy. I can't believe he's still doing this, though. I mean, I guess the Archons are really good at just killing the Broodlings before they can get much damage done. Plus, the Broodlings don't have upgrades. I guess they have +1. They've got some upgrades here. The Stalkers are here to take down the Broodlords, trying to transfuse them, keep them alive. Great Storm are marching those guys away. Another hatch ends up going down. Holy cannoli, and that's your good game! comes. Serral taps right out. And MaNa, after losing game 1, takes game 2. Like a boss. Man, if you're struggling with Broodlords as Protoss, apparently just get Blinkstalkers, Archons, and Storm. And I guess some Immortals to help on the ground there too, because that was just killer. Just a killer ending there. 22,000 resources lost for Serral, 17 for MaNa. So again, more efficient. He killed this 5th base 3 times. Well, canceled it once. And then killed the 4th base. And he was on a 3 base versus 4 base, and he was down about 50 supply, and Serral tapped out. He knew. He knew. He had 2 Broodlords, 3 Hydras, a Ling, and like a handful of stuff in production, but it wasn't enough. Okay, coming back. We're going to have a game 4 between these players. Are you excited for game 4? I believe you are, and very well you should be. So game 4 coming your way in just a second. It's gonna be lost and found. It's gonna be lost and found. It's gonna be lost and found for game 4. Yep, MaNa's up here, Serral's down here, and that's all you need to know about this game 4 matchup. Boy, if MaNa can win this, he's going to have a 3-1 lead on Serral, which is basically insurmountable, both in esports and regular ball sports. But it has happened in both of those. Quick plug for the Patreon. If you enjoy the daily StarCraft stuff, including pro stuff, lobby stuff, StarCraft Brood War, team games, MaNa battles, hit me up on thepatreon.com/Falcon Paladin. You can support me for as little as $1 a month. That gives you access to extra Let's Plays. If you ever wanted to see Falcon play something other than StarCraft, come check it out. Been playing Far Cry, been playing Raft, which is a really fun game. Playing that co-op, actually, with Wade, my Australian buddy. And it's been wonderful. It's been an excellent, excellent experience for us. And again, $1 a month Patreon level will get you access to those weekly Let's Plays. Alright, enough shilling. Enough of that shilling. Got a spawning pool, got an extractor. Again, these players, just no interest in doing anything interesting in the early game. I get it. I get that it's safer to go for standard stuff, especially where MaNa's going to be probe scouting every game. Serral just can't really get out there and just do a proxy hatch without dying. So Worker Scout shuts that down pretty darn amazingly. And I get it for Serral, but MaNa, come on. Do some proxy hatches. What are these? Shelves of like boxes of things. It's a weird doodad. I like most of the doodads on these maps, but that's a weird one. I guess they're just random boxes everywhere. I guess that's what this is, right? Lost and Found is stuff that's been lost and teleported to a random dimension called Lost and Found, where all your lost stuff goes. Oh, it's like that map in Thor Ragnarok. Not the map. The planet in Thor Ragnarok. What the heck was that planet's name? Thor Ragnarok. This is me typing, by the way. Planet Hulk. Planet name. Thanks, Google. You got my back. It is Sakaar, where Jeff Goldblum lives. What a fun character Jeff Goldblum was in that. I don't know what his name is either. But yeah, Sakaar, where everything that's lost ends up. Just dumping through portals onto the ground. You salvage through it and find the stuff that you can. And Tessa Thompson shows up and shoots you with a gun. I believe that's how that works. Tessa Thompson, Thor Ragnarok, and in Westworld, Season 2 that just wrapped up. Pretty major roles in both. I like her. I like Tessa quite a bit. All right, third base coming up for Serral. About the 2.5 minute mark, as is tradition. A Stargate opening for MaNa. Has he done anything but open Stargate? No. Because I know there's this belief that Protoss players really can't open anything but Stargate, but don't know. I don't know if that's actually the case. We'll see. Phoenix opening here, probably going to an Oracle. Has not skipped Oracle yet in the first 3 games, and past performance is a guarantee of future events. That's the lesson that I live by every day. Hold on. I thought he was making a Phoenix. Was that actually an Oracle the whole time? Gotta get those eyes checked, Falcon. You've been meaning to. Alright, this is Elincia. Once the Queen of Crimea in a past life, but now she has a Pulsar Beam instead of a Meaty. Instead of a Meaty, I don't know what that is, but she has a Pulsar Beam. Alright. Elincia. That's gotta be a name. Let's do a quick Google search for Elincia. Goodbye, Overlord. Oracle providing the high ground spotting necessary to do that. Elincia. Oh, it's a Fire Emblem Heroes thing. I really have zero understanding of Fire Emblem Heroes. That's one of the things. I'm familiar with a lot of fandoms. I really am. But Fire Emblem Heroes, I'm just completely in the dark about it. So maybe if somebody wants to explain what it is in the comments, I can learn. I can learn through being taught. Anyway, moving out is Alencia. Really not planning on doing much because Queen Spore Crawler exists at every single... Oh, hang on. Natural Base doesn't have Queen Spore. Strangely enough. Go! Oh, but it just has multiple queens. Alright, well, 2 kills is fine. Oh, so dead. This queen, couple more shots. Oh, there's more dead airspace here than I thought. The juke! Back into death. The juke into death for Alencia. Got a couple drone kills. That's not bad. Revelation here, too. Could have been worse. Roach Warren opening, so this time not going to be the Ling Bane Hydra stuff. Because that's not right. That hasn't worked for Serral. He's gotten Ling Bane Hydra in the last 2 games and gotten beat both times. So maybe he's switching it up to the strategy that won him game 1. I think that's the mentality that you get in StarCraft, is eventually you just start feeling like, okay, what I did before worked, let's go back to that. Phoenix play again. Oh, this is not as good against Roach Hydra or Roach Ravager as it is against Hydra. Oh, this might be just the wrong opening for MaNa here. Did he not see that Roach Warren? He saw it.
Successful.
He might have missed, though. He might have just missed, because a Roach Ravager attack shows up. Your Phoenix are not as good as if a Hydra attack shows up here. The Roaches don't take bonus damage from your attacks. The Ravagers have a lot of HP, too. And I think Serral might just kind of go for it here. He's got the Roaches. He's making 2 more. He's getting Spore Crawlers to defend against the Phoenix. Does he know there's a huge Phoenix play coming? Has he scouted this action? Nope. Absolutely not. These Roaches, though, they've scouted the action. It takes so many more shots to kill a Roach. You can do it. I'm not saying it's impossible. But compare that to how fast those Hydras went down in game 3, right? Huge difference. Also, Zerglings are good if you're dealing with Phoenix, just because the Ling, sure, you can get lifted and killed, but it costs energy to lift. Anyway, Roach is going for it. Ling's here too. Oh, good force field. Amazing force field. No Ravagers here. Gonna try to pick off what? Nope, still trying to just jam his way on into this front door. It is so chaotic right now. What is even happening? The Lings are in is what's happening. There go the Zerglings. Right on top of those probes. The probes retreating for their own lives to that 3rd base. Yeah, Zergling versus Phoenix. Pretty good, as it turns out. Look at these probes forced to retreat from when they want to be working. That a simulator might actually die. I don't know. Let's see. Are we actually doing anything to deal with this? Ling's continuing to flood here. What is this? A ZVZ? Why are you Ling flooding? Oh, shield battery goes down. No more Immortal Zealot for you, I believe is that message. Phoenix flying on in, trying to do some stuff, but I think there's enough spores that it's a problem. Oh, Ling's in the natural. The Zealots couldn't clean up the Lings in the main base, of the probes and the natural are going to have to pay for it. And Serral looking real good. That 3rd base is down. The natural base is going to die. All the units here trying to kill. They just can't do it. Oh, but maybe Alencia clone can make it happen. Ah, the front door. Every Protoss player just face palms right there. Ugh. The front door was open. That means you've got Lings in all of your mineral lines. I mean, Oracle doing 15 kills, but that's your good game. That is out. And Serral ties the series up 2 games to 2. It's so hard for me to do that sometimes. I really don't know why. Yeah, just Roach Ling Flood, man. Like, he gambled. He didn't know it was mass Phoenix until I think he'd already committed to this strategy for the most part. Just knew, basically, you're spending all your gas on Phoenix. You're not going to have a lot of force fields. You're not going to have a lot of sentries. You're not going to have a lot of immortals. If it's just going to be Phoenix, then Ling Roach is my answer. He went for it, and he got it. So, good job. Good game. Good game by Serral. We're going to come back with a game 5. Ooh, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good game 5 in just a second. Game number 5 has arrived on Catalyst, the latter edition, a map that made it from the previous map pool into the current one. It's going to be Serral in the top left. It's going to be MaNa in the bottom right. This game does tend to give us big old macro games, kind of splitting it across the top and the bottom. Major attacks happen here, major attacks happen here, and here as well. This is where a lot of Protoss, Zerg, and Terran blood has been spilled, is in these locations. Not all the time, though. Sometimes crazy stuff happens. Sometimes you do end up seeing shorter games, but I just feel like a macro game coming on. All right, so did you see how fast MaNa scouted? He threw down that pylon on the way out to scout. That is how invested he is in scouting here. Is he actually going to block this? Oh, 8, 9. Oh! Maybe if MaNa hadn't stopped to build that pylon, he could have made it. But then you don't have a pylon, so, unfortunate. So close, though. That rush distance is not that long. It's the first time I think he's gone for a straight-up block of the natural. Really hasn't had the opportunity on previous maps thus far. Alright, anyway, one gas already open, doing that gate stuff. Gonna go for the expansion. Next is MaNa. That's the next thing on his list. This poor probe didn't even scout. He's just, like, shamed into running away. Shame. Oh, maybe juking back in for the scout. Now, I don't know why you leave. Might as well stay around. Like, there's no queens, there's no lings to hurt you. Very odd. I'm not sure why MaNa did that, other than the probe was feeling bad about himself, which is entirely understandable. Yep, there is the Nexus, there's the Cyber Core, and then you've got the Assimilator next. And from there, after the Cyber Core is done, we see what the interesting stuff is for the Protoss player. Alright, so Zerglings are going to make sure that the third base can come up on plan. Going to peel off and try to kill this here probe. Forling's actually out, surprisingly enough. Does he want to hide? He wants to hide. I think he wants to hide the Forlings-ish. Maybe. Either way, the probe's not going to be able to block this expansion. Going to try for a couple more seconds here, but if it sticks around much longer, it's going to die. So there goes the hatch. Probe's still alive, but not for long. 2 more hits. And probe is gonna die. Adept. Shading on in for the scout. And Queen gonna shove this away. Queen placement really important here for Serral. As you can see, Adept checking to see that third base actually gonna finish. Or is this some kind of a crazy 2-base all in? Definitely not. Adept doesn't want to finish that transfer there. Just doing some scouts, checking the lair timing. No such lair timing whatsoever. And really, Serral hasn't done anything out of ordinary, period, through this first 4 games. He's just gotten for his lair, gotten for 3 bases, and then gotten roaches, lings, hydras, banelings, and called it good. That's an oracle. Oracle name is going to be Santa Claus. This one got a lot of upvotes. Being loved by all children, Santa is a human who uses Protoss technology to make his otherwise impossible trip to the home of every child on the planet. However, to pay for the tech, Santa must climb into an oracle and give presents of plasma blasts in the name of Ire the other 364 days a year. That's a good story for Santa. I like it. Good origin story. All right, so Santa Claus is going to move out. Santa Claus is, again, just using this to pay for Christmas. So all the oracles that have killed your units, boys and girls, that has been Santa Claus paying for your Christmas. How awesome is that? Pretty good. You're going to find any damage is the question. You're going to find 2 queens. That's bad. Going to find a spore crawler. Also bad. Yeah, it's just not going to work out. Ooh, we're going to see the Showtime thing. The Showtime thing works when there's 1 queen, but not when there's 2. The Showtime thing is when the Phoenix lifts up the queen and the Oracle goes to town on the drones, which you can pull off pretty well if it's a queen drone or a queen spore crawler type thing. The spore crawler hurts, but not that much. And you can get extra kills that way. So Roach Warren again. Serral feels like roaches are the way to go. Hydra not going to really do it against MaNa. Immediate Templar Archives. We got Charge. We got a War Prism. MaNa has plans. MaNa's got plans for this. And the plans are good. I do like it. Storm against Roach, good. Not as good as it is against Hydra, just because Hydras are glass cannons. But I still feel like Storm is almost necessary against Zerg, no matter what they're doing. No matter what composition they have, Storm is going to be good. Trust me on that one. Taking some shots is Santa Claus. Really trying to stay alive so he can go on that Christmas journey on December 25th. More gateways. Yeah, going to be a lot of zealots. Going to be a lot of zealots here, probably with some immortal support, which is not bad against Roach, especially Charge Lot. Charge Lot immortal kind of counters this Roach play that Serral's going for. +1 missile attack, getting glial reconstitution. And Phoenix just scouting this time. Just scouting. Got our Archon drops up along this right side. Is that enough roaches to handle this? No. 4 roaches not good against 2 Archons. Good splits, though, as that is definitely splash damage. And splits are going to help against all splash. But more roaches, more queens show up. The Archons decide to get on out. Nothing has died, right? No roaches died. 4 Lings, an Overlord, and a Creep Tumor have been killed so far. Nothing has been killed by Serral in this game. Actually transfusing a roach. You don't see that a lot, but roaches do have 145 hit points, and a transfuse does 50. And so it's worth it. It's worth it if the roach is hurt enough. A transfuse is going to be fine. I know mostly we see them on other queens. We see them on Brewlords and Ultras and big units, but not always the case. Not always the case. War Prism trying to come into the main base and get something done. Roaches, queens, pulling back to handle this. And might actually focus down the queen. Good job moving the queen away and additional queens showing up. Such queen. Ooh, there's a queen biopic. There's a Freddie Mercury movie coming out fairly soon here too, with is that Rami? What's his name? It's the kid from Mr. Robot, who's really good. Rami Malek, I want to say his name is, but looks fantastic. I'm not even a huge Queen fan, but I'll probably go see it. So 4th base, morphing in for Serral, top right hand. More zealots, more sentries. Again, MaNa. The key here for MaNa is he's really kept the pressure on Serral through these first 7 minutes. Thus far, Archons attacking. Zealots with no attack upgrades might get this hatchery. Roaches running as fast as their little legs can take them to stop this from happening. And you know what? They might save it in the end. Oh, they do. That is a really hurt hatchery, though. That is 148 hit points. 148 hit points. Bad. I mean, if you just send it... I think the Oracle could kill it. If you sent the Oracle over... you'd get it done. Come on, Santa Claus. You have 0 kills. How do you have 0 kills? You're 70 minutes into this game. Well, trying to stay alive, mostly, is what it is. I'm not sure that Serral even wants to saturate this base. It is so injured. Oh, mutas. What the? Hey, there's mutas, everybody. Didn't catch that. I don't know that Serral's ready for muta. Ugh. Ugh. There's nothing here to defend against this. Roach is handling this little Archon push, but, surprise! Muta's in your mineral line. Oh, MaNa, no. What? That might be it. Like, he just lost all of his income from his main. All of it. And he might get the hatchery too, but the zealots are dumb and attacking the roaches instead. All right, that was not your purpose. Hey, look, natural base gonna die. Oh, this hurts. I'm not... Look, man, I'm Zerg, and watching this hurts. There's your good game! Capital G, man. MaNa's out. Serral wins it. Wow, that tech switch, I didn't see it, and MaNa didn't see it either, boy. I can tell you that much. Resources lost a full 3,300 for MaNa, and 1,500 for Serral, doubling that up. Yeah, 29 probes died. That was... Whew! That was real bad. How did Serral do that? He had enough roaches to deflect everything that MaNa was throwing at him, and then just decided to go for 11 mutas, too. Black magic, I say. All right, so Serral decides to just basically win a game in a row here. And he's 1 game away from finishing this thing up. He just needs 4, and he's at 3. Basic math for people who are not good at math like me. All right, we're going to come back. This could be the end of MaNa, or MaNa could fight and claw his way back to a game 7. Stick with me, and we'll find out. It's game 6 of this best of 7. It's going to be Serral and MaNa again. Darkness Sanctuary. Yes, I have the gamma turned up, so you can actually see stuff. Look, you can see things. Turns out having a map that's super dark and hard to see anything was maybe not the best idea. All right, the problem for MaNa here is this is a 4-player map, so he has a pretty good chance of choosing the wrong direction to scout, but guess what? MaNa's a boss. He's scouting the right way. Great job. Look at this cool thing. Look at this crazy Protoss statue. Come highlight or light this up for me, MaNa. Dang. I want that in my yard. Can I put that in my yard? Big old Protoss statue, scary stuff there. History of the Protoss. So Probe almost gets there in time to block this, but gets the scout off, which is just, it's a lucky scout. Is exactly what he needed to survive this game, because if... I don't know. I'm not going to say that not scouting is going to kill you. But if he was down here and then down here and then finally showed up and Serral went for some kind of a crazy 2-base all-in, it'd be really hard to know that was coming. This is a pretty big ramp to wall off, and MaNa's chances of survival would be lower. Regardless, it was a hatch pool extractor play from Serral. Nothing crazy. Absolutely zero crazy things from him. And this probe coming down to build a cybernetics core, the base, and then the cyber core at a pretty early time, but better early than late is what I always say. There's a lot of things that I always say, aren't there? Yes. Yes, Falcon, that is the truth. Cyber core. Coming heavy. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing next? Cyber core's got to finish. Probe back here playing the probe stealing game, which is working out pretty well because it doesn't have a mouthful of those minerals. Pool's done. Lings are going to come out quite soon. Probe decides to make his exit. His or her exit. They're robots. I don't know that it matters. Its exit seems fine. Where are you going, though? Interesting. Oh, he's trying to see if a third base got snuck out or if he can block this thing. At the very least, he's going to try to deny it. Is what he's going to make an attempt at doing here. But Zergling's going to chase it out. Probe so far has been pretty darn effective, I'd say. Good at scouting. Good minerals game. Good delaying the third base for maybe a second and a half. I was going to say maybe no third base, but by golly, there is. There is a third base. Ooh, before anything else happens here, quick plug for the podcast. If you just search Falcon Paladin on any of your podcast apps, I'm going to be there. It's a weekly podcast I do with Wade, my Australian buddy. Talk about movies, TV shows, video games, music. We did a big thing about Incredibles 2 recently. Also did Infinity War when that came out. Talked about the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. So if you want to get some pop culture talk, some StarCraft2 talk too, Brood War talk, come check out the Falcon Paladin Hour. Got 1,000 subscribers right now, which is pretty good. So come see what the fuss is all about. All right, so Phoenix opening here for MaNa, and Serral's been winning with roaches, man. Okay, and mutas. But opening roach has been really good for him. Adept does get a drone kill. Oh, not that one, though. That turned into a spore crawler. Maybe this one. Nope, another spore crawler. This is pretty darn effective Adept stuff. Got another kill before she's killed. Forced 2 spores and got 2 drone kills. That's really good for a single Adept inside the enemy lines, behind enemy lines. Inside enemy strength positions. But as I was saying, Serral going for Roach has pretty much just won him his 3 games. The times he opens Hydra, no such thing. But Roach is apparently the way to go here. We'll see if he does it, because so far he hasn't chosen either way. Oracle's name is going to be Zenyatta. Tired of auto-picking Hanzos, Battle Mercies, and everyone treating their payload like it's radioactive, the once calm Robo-Monk has uploaded his mind into an Oracle to vent his frustrations against the fools on his team. Dang! He team killing. Zenyatta's a team killer? Oh, that's not good. That's not good for Overwatch lore. Absolutely not. Phoenix doing the scouting stuff early. Oracle coming across to actually get the damage done, but no, there's going to be no damage done. Sorry, there's spores and queens all over the place. You know what? This location right here, as there's a Rotorn coming up with the natural, might be a good place to get some Oracle damage done. Wow, the queens are coming back. And, alright, here's your lift option. Nope, just kidding. No lift option at all. That was Zenyatta. Can't even get a single kill thus far. Goodness. Goodness to gracious. Goodness mercy. Alright, so Zenyatta going to get some shield recharge there. What else are you going to do here, though? Oh, this is just Mass Phoenix again. By MaNa. You did this in the last game, and it didn't work out that well. Oh, boy. Evolution Chamber there. It is a bigger map, so the attack distance is shorter. He's really got to scout for that Spire, though. If he loses to mutas again, that'd be harmful. It'd be harmful to his psyche, for sure. Oh, got a kill, Zenyatta. Good job. Good job. Good job by you. 50 to 56 harvesters. MaNa looks like he's going to try to take a third base here. He's got the money for it. But instead he's kind of long distance mining from this mineral patch. What is that? Why are you long distance mining? Just kidding. Fake out. There's the Nexus. There it be. Alright. Hit squad. Phoenix 6 squad moving across the map, flying past them statues, flying past that weird movable platform thing, and yeah, gonna kill these roaches again. So this has basically been a replay of game 5 rather, where these roaches try to do some stuff. The Phoenix kill all of them. So far, free roaches, pretty good stuff, man. 4 dead roaches. Dead Overlord, dead Lings in exchange for an Adept, pretty much, for mana. Oh, more roaches trying to get across the map. Sorry, guys. Not allowed. You attacking is not allowed. More roaches are here, though. Are there enough to actually just do this thing? Phoenix, get up! They need your help. Roaches need your assistance. You're going to try to kill that shield battery first of all, and they're going to be able to get it, or they canceled it. At the very least. This is just, might be too much for mana to hold. This Roach Ling thing. Oracle comes in, trying to get some kills on the Lings, trying to target fire those. Zenyatta finally able to vent his frustrations on his team. This team is apparently Zerglings, which is not great. Yeah, you got to kill these Lings. Killing Roaches takes too long for you. Ah, there's the cancel anyway, though. The Roaches are dying. Yeah, that's a lot of dead Roach. That is 19 dead Roaches, but the Lings are a bigger problem. Here they are at the front, trying to get on in. Bob the Zealot is holding the line pretty darn well, though. Resources lost, 2,500 for Serral and 1,400 for MaNa. MaNa's being cost efficient. He just doesn't quite have the answer for this. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe he does. Okay, Bob the Zealot. Good job, man. Way to hold that. How do you have no kills? That's weird. Holding the line. Lings can't quite do it on their own. Banelings would be a pretty good option for a Baneling bust, but there's no Baneling nest, which is problematic. Now, Serral has stopped making units. He's droning his face off, making 5 drones at a time. He's going to be up severely in the worker count here. And sure, there's double Spore Crawler and Queen at the natural base. There's triple Spore Crawler and Queen at the main base. So we can shut this down a little bit. Ah, Zerglings. Zerglings, man. Are they following that Overseer? They're set to follow the Overseer, which makes them do weird stuff when they follow air units. Have you noticed that? Either way, Overseer dead. Multiple Oracles here to defend. I kind of like it. Kind of like multiple Oracle. The problem is, can you kill all the Zerglings before they force a cancel on your next attempt at a third base? The answer is no, you cannot. Third base, dead, canceled. Oh, so close, though. It was so close to finishing. So Serral executing his game plan of making sure that MaNa never gets a third while taking a fourth of his own. So Phoenix Oracle, again, interesting choices here. Mass Oracle can win you games because they can kill buildings. But not when there's this many spores is the problem. Phoenix, a little bit useless. I think flying in and wrecking this whole Overlord cadre would be nice. Oh, free Hydras, though. Are there enough Phoenix to get rid of these free Hydras? I don't know. Where do these Hydras keep coming from? No, get out. Run. Run for your very Protoss life right there. Lurker Den, Grooved Spines, +2 attack from Serral. Really committing to this Hydra thing, which we didn't see work. We haven't seen this work yet for him. Is going Hydra, especially when there's a huge Phoenix cloud on the map. But I don't know. The other side of it here is that Serral's been able to sit on 4 bases. MaNa hasn't really been able to get a third yet. So that might just override every other consideration. Zealot pickup. How are the upgrades on, y'all? +1. +1 is done. Working on Storm. Working on +2 armor. Working on +2 attack. So the upgrades for MaNa have been good in this game. 10 Lurker eggs on the way here for Serral. The Phoenix, just do it. Just kill those Overlords. Alright, well, now there's more static defense, so it's never going to happen. Regardless, MaNa's got Storm, MaNa's got +2. Serral's working on +2 missile attack. It is 159 to 132 supply. The Lurkers don't want to move out without anti-air support. If they move out, they'll get picked up and killed for sure. Absolutely for sure. Are there enough Hydras to provide escort here? There's 3 more joining the party, and I guess Serral feels like that might be it. Just kidding. Yikes. That's where those Phoenix are. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Zerglings at the front. Lurkers coming on in. Hydra's actually not escorting the Lurkers, so they're just taking different paths to get where they want to go. Alright, Storm is so almost done. MaNa is praying and hoping that it finishes soon. Oh boy, the Lurkers. Revelation is here. Most of them are visible, but the Lurker Ling attack on the front door of MaNa is causing some massive problems for our Protoss player right now. Going right into the Lurkers, trying to lift, trying to Storm, trying to get Zealots on top of these guys here too. I don't even know what's happening right now. Gonna be honest with you, that is gonna be a lot of dead Lurker though, I can tell you that much. MaNa does manage to hold there. But unfortunately, a bunch of Zerglings got inside his main. Oh boy. The Zerglings, man. Who knew how effective the Zerglings were going to be in this series? Really good, as it turns out. So MaNa may have crushed that attack, but doesn't have a whole lot of stuff left, is the issue here. Hydra, Charge Lot. Charge Lot pretty good in that situation. The Archons need to kill the Lurkers. I think the Immortals need to focus down the Lurkers is what they got to do here, but it's focusing on whatever the heck they can. Oh, there's still more Zerglings back here. MaNa needs to win this thing right here, and I'm just not sure if he's ever capable of doing it. Yeah, army getting picked apart by this Queen Hydra composition. Thor has 4 kills and no more kills. It's 35 to 77 Harvesters. MaNa is effectively dead, but he's holding on. He's holding on as long as he can on the biggest stage WCS has to offer for the circuit. Resources lost after all is said and done here. Well, not done yet, but 10,700 for MaNa and 1,200 for Serral. There we go. Let's get that thing back and ready to go. 155 to 87 supply. Just mass Hydra at this stage of the game should be pretty good. Has a couple Lurkers in here too, just because you might need them. But Cyber Core is going to fall. Gateway is going to fall. Ling's rolling into that mineral line again, killing the probes that were just made. Just brand new probes. What did they ever do to you? I mean, I guess other than funding the Protoss enemy, I suppose. All these Phoenix are going to die. That's too many Hydras present. +2 Dawn. Archons trying to handle this by themselves with a couple Zealots in support, but that's it. A good game. Congratulations! MaNa taps out. Serral wins your best of 5 in 6 games. Oh, what a series. What a series that was. Yeah, and Serral managed to make it work, making Lurkers this time instead of Banelings. And just more and more Hydras. Sure, a lot of Hydras died, right? 42 Hydras died, 20 Roaches, 11 Lurkers, full 14,000 resources lost for Serral, and 14 for MaNa too, but it was just the fact that MaNa couldn't really get the third base up until it was, like, too late. The game was over at that point. Got the third base up. The Lings were already ravaging that worker count. 42 probes down, 45 Zealots, 11 Phoenix, and 5 Archons. So, what a series. What a series. Serral is your winner, 4 games to 2. Good event. Good event, WCS Austin. Way to go. Way to go. Very proud. All right. So that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another Sunday series. Don't forget the Gauntlet tonight at 8 p.m. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.